I'm at the Euromoney GCC Financial Forum in Bahrain, and I'm delighted to be joined by Ashar Nazim, Managing Director of Finocracy. Ashar, thank you very much for joining us.
My pleasure.
Firstly, can you start by telling us a bit about Finocracy, what it is, and the work you do with
Sure.
banks and fintech companies?
So Finocracy works alongside Islamic banks,
Okay.
making fintegration easier for them.
Okay.
And what that means is in the next 15 years, we believe it's going to be all about integrating the banking business model with the fintech developments that we are seeing.
Okay.
So we work alongside Islamic banks, helping them connect with the international fintech players, with the regulators, with design thinkers, with developers, and making sure that developing fintech businesses becomes a leading edge and not a bleeding edge.
Okay, fantastic. What is driving the growth of Islamic fintech, and what opportunities do you see for the sector in the coming years?
So huge opportunity. Islamic banks have traditionally been much smaller than conventional. They've much more localized or regionalized. They do not have the strength of the global bank's balance sheet and the reach international connectivity. And what that means is traditionally last 50 years they've never had a level playing field. And now with the start of fintech, it's more like resetting of the field. Where again you are offered a level playing field, be it larger traditional banks or smaller Islamic banks or startup fintech players.
Okay.
So they're all around the table. So for Islamic banks, what it means is one, it can really help drive financial inclusion in different markets that they operate in, where people outside of the banking system are significantly larger. That's one. Second is there are a huge size of the market is actually underbanked,
Yeah.
if not unhappily banked. And what that means is even happy customers are not necessarily emotionally connected to their banking right at the moment. And what fintech business does is it helps create that emotional connection by embedding banking services within the digital lifestyle of the customers.
Yeah.
So one, it will help build financial inclusion. Two, it places Islamic banks at par with larger traditional banks to say, okay, so now we are at the same starting point, let's you place better.
Yeah. And how do you rate the existing underlying business and regulatory framework in the GCC? Is it supportive enough of your business and the fintech companies?
I must say regulators in the last 12 months have really woken up and tremendously supportive, right? Tremendously supportive in terms of making sure how fintech innovation can be expedited. There are still challenges though.
Sure.
And I would highlight three challenges. One is from a mindset perspective. Last 12 months has seen a lot of progress, but again at the top, at the board level, at the management level, that mindset shift needs to happen, that we are heading into a T-junction where business as usual is no longer an option.
Yeah.
You've got to take a turn. Whether you take the right turn or not depends on if you're ready to understand and adopt these exponential technologies that are coming your way. And these exponential technologies are only a tool to achieving an end. The real thing is the underlying business logic and your ability to connect the dots. Unfortunately, this business, fintech business, does not work the traditional way, where you can afford a 12-month feasibility and the entire bureaucracy of a larger organization. So it's a mindset shift at the top and the leap of faith that is required to say, you know what, inaction is not an option.
Yeah.
Let's get started. And there we are seeing some progress, not really at the pace that we want, but some progress is coming through. That's one. Second, it's about collaboration. GCC banks are a lot smaller again than the global peers, and when you look at R3 where a number of 80, 90 banks came together to say, okay, let's build blockchain standards, let's build application of blockchain, right? Because it wasn't possible for any one bank to do it on themselves. That collaboration mindset needs to sink in as well. That again, when we are talking about fintech businesses, there are 15,000 to 20,000 fintech players out there. It is humanly impossible for any one institution to actually look at everything. So really taking a collaborative approach to see how we can help build that infrastructure, and then once you've got that infrastructure, then you can build your competitive edges. And there is some flirting around with this idea at the moment, but really the market has not really come around in the GCs to accept this. It is moving though in that direction.
Okay.
That's number two. Number three is action, getting started.
Yeah.
I mean, getting started, even if it's an imperfect start, getting started, taking a small start, one or two initiatives. Yes, everything will not win, but if you have 2 wins out of 5, you win.
Yeah. Thank you so much,
Thank
and
you.
good luck with Phenocracy.
Pleasure. Thank you so much for having me here.